Greetings, doers. Welcome to another video. I figured um, this is not a pack opening channel. This is not a booster opening channel. However, I just felt like it was correct to open my pricings from my OTS packs and my boxes from the Tropical Island Challenge, and just see what cards I pull, and just since I love rambling a lot, um, I just gotta talk about few things in the format, what I had, how did I made it into into choosing my deck for the event, and share some analogies with the format while opening these packs. So maybe this is a fun video for you, maybe not. If you don't me talking over anything, just look at and you are just interested in just the pulls, then you can just put this in. If you just like hearing things and whatever, it's whatever. But yeah, I guess we can begin. We can start with OTS pack 20. If I'm not mistaken, Aluber, Cherries, and Ray are the OTs in this set. I don't think I'll pull any of them, but if it happens, GG. Sky Striker is like a really fun deck for me. I really like that deck. If we do get Azalea, the new Link 2 monster, and we get maybe the level 6, the Mage Pious, whatever, I might build the deck again. I have a sneaky suspicion, I could be wrong. Konami can correct me on that. But I have a sneaky suspicion that we're going to get a Sky Striker Mobilize Engage on more than one copy. Just to Sprite players rejoice. But yeah, I just have that feeling that Engage is going to come back to multiple copies. Oh, speaking of Ray, here it is. Man, this card looks so lovely. Wow. Yeah. I guess talking about Sky Striker makes Sky Striker cards appear. Who knew? But yeah, I really like this deck. I feel like there might be a chance that Engage comes back to multiples, and if it does, I might test out Sky Strikers again. I don't know if we do get the new Sky Striker stuff in the next Battles for Legend. There's no confirmation of that. However, it would be a very smart choice for Konami to do so. Sky Striker is a fan favorite archetype. There's a reason we keep getting support for them. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I really look forward to Sky Strikers in the future. It already happened in the OCG, it happened in the TCG. It's just one of those things. Other things to talk about. Alubers in the set. I guess I can talk a little bit about branded. So I could be wrong. A lot of people can correct me on that. People can just tell me their thoughts in the comments if you want to do it. But I feel like the best options for hitting branded are Branded Expulsion, Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, and Jaugen the Spiritualist. The reason for those three specifically is because Jaugen is a target you can use to summon the Sanctifier Dragon with Branded Fusion. I already know for a fact they're not gonna hit Branded Fusion. Branded. So the thing about Branded Fusion is Branded Fusion is as strong as what you're summoning with it. And most of the time, I don't mind Albion, I don't mind Lubellion, I don't mind Mirror Jade, I don't mind Grand Guignol. Red Eye Star Dragoon is a sketchy one, but you have to play bricks for that. and it's not good against every matchup, and there's already a lot of cards predicated for it. It's more as a card to kill rogue decks, which is kind of sad because you kind of want rogue decks to do well at events. Like people are very hyped whenever they see one. But overall, like, I think you don't have to kill like you don't have to hit branded fusion. Shout out to my boy. Um, like, I feel if you ban Expulsion, you ban Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, and you ban Jaugen, I think the deck's fine. I think you don't have to do anything else. Like, like if they want to play Ross Disciple, that's fine. But you cannot make a Sanctifier Dragon with it, so it doesn't matter. Shout out to Merly. I could talk about tier, but I don't know if people saw it, but Squiddy, shout outs to him. He made a video talking about a Pasadena list that did well over the weekend, involving tiers. And I saw the deck. I'm not a huge fan of it. I just don't like the fact that tier elements. I just don't like the fact that tier elements have very, very, very little resources to work with, and the deck lists are pretty much like just predicated and normalized to a degree. Like, you already know I like playing Spices on my deck. That's why I built the Luna tier deck that Nash popularized later on. Oh, look, E Purely Happiness. Shoutouts to my Purely opponent. He actually summoned this against me. And it won me the game. It won him the game. They turned it into a bigger guy, and then they OTK'd me with it. But yeah, going back at it, I really missed here. I really missed like the level of innovation that we had with that strategy. However, Konami did the smart move. They did the right hits. That was the branded. I don't recall this one. Target on fusion on the field and at the graveyard, return to restore, then you can. Oh boy. Okay. So this is another Expulsion like card. Okay. Oh, okay. It's opponent's graveyard. That's good to know. It's a very interesting card. I don't think Branded will play it, but I guess it's good it exists. That's the thing about Branded as well. Like, when they made Expulsion and they made Sanctifier Dragon, like, I know the gimmick behind those cards. You kind of want to summon stuff to your opponent's board so you can fuse with Albaz. But why not just make more cards like this one? Like, just make it so you have to summon from your opponent's graveyard. And just have their effects negated or something. And then just use those as material for Albaz. Like, we don't have a lot of those compared to like a lot of the degenerate ones. So, like, yeah, I feel like Konami missed the ball when it came to like trying to execute the correct path when it comes to like fusing with Albaz, which made it so we had degenerate strategies like the Gimmick Puppet Lock. Another letter of the Branded. Oh, look at Tetsunomen. Nice boy. I don't know if, by the way, forgive the randomness, like me changing between topics. I'm just going ahead with what I see. But I don't know if people saw the Marincess lock involving the new Adularia monster, the level 5. I know there are some videos on it. That's one of the reasons I chose to play Droplets and Dark Ruler in my Scareclaw list. I saw the Marincess deck and I pretty much said, hey, I don't want to face against it. Oh, Mannequin Cat. Really, really cool card. I really, really like this card. I feel like as long as this card exists, Sprite can be playable to some degree. I could be wrong. Maybe Konami can correct me on that with the next ban list, but I just this is just one of those degenerate cards that can make a lot of stuff like limitless for a couple decks. It is dependent on your opponent, which is very very important. And you kind of have to build for it. And it's not gonna work against every single deck. So that is a kind of a fair argument you can make for Mannequin Cat. Oh, okay. We pulled Fenrir. Very very nice. I really really like this card. I'll probably keep this because in the off chance this gets limited, shoutouts to Juan. He's pretty much preaching that this card is going to get limited before any other Kashtira card. I don't know if I necessarily agree on that, but if that does happen, I'll play this one. I'll play this one copy. Like I'll just play that ulti. So I say that's a W. Not bad, not bad. I really really like Kashtira. However, I do know that its time is almost near an end. If Konami does the same hits they did to Kashtira they did in the OCG, the deck is still playable. I think like those cards are limited. Like Fenrir, Unicorn, and Field Spell are limited in the OCG, and that deck's doing just fine. Like it's actually topping. And not only that, it has a really good Purely matchup, which is very important because Purely is like one of the more upcoming decks. But yeah, shout out to my boyfriend Rear. Really nice. Now for Cyberstorm Axis. Let's see what we pull here. Cards that I'm looking for. I already have Vicious Asteroid. So I guess the next thing on the list is Vanadium. I guess I should talk about why I did not choose to play Vanadiums on my list instead of, and I just kept playing Scareclaw. Oh, speaking of Vanadium, here's Meek. Here's one of them. Let's see how many we pull. But yeah, when it comes to Vanadium, like, I really like the concept behind the deck. I like that it can be splashable with sprites. I like that you can make other things with it. Like, for example, you can play Naturia Beast if you pair it with Scareclaws. With the other one, not the Meek. But it's like one of those things where I was like, this deck is very, very weak to a lot of things. I'm not gonna go on a tangent. I'll probably keep opening packs as I go along. Angel of Doom. Dual Avatar. Man, this deck fell off. Diamorphia Intact. I made a video on this if you want to check it out. Kashtira Astra. This is the worst Kashtira card ever. It really does nothing. It does summon Vicious Astra Load, but you don't need this. I will talk about Sakitama for a second. I really really like this card. I bought 3 commons at the 1K event. It was only $1, but if I knew I was gonna win the event, I would not have bought them because I'm probably gonna pull the playset. I really really like this card. I think this card is a godsend for rank 4 decks. I think like this card is going to see a lot of play in the future. I mean, it's already seen play in Mathmech and Exosister. If we do get another really good rank 4 deck, this card will be good for that. Whenever we get the Battling Boxer rank 4, if we get the Battling Boxer rank 4, like, here's another deck I forgot about that can play Sakitama, Satora Knights. But if we get the Battling Boxer rank 4, I'll probably play this in Vanquish Soul. Because you can play, you can summon it. That deck can summon rank 4s real easily, and you can add the Raisin, and the Raisin is pretty much the playmaker of the deck, one of them. This is a TCG exclusive. I don't know what this does, but I heard it's decent for pendulums. It's a scale 11. This is very, very important to mention. There's Malong. Shadows to Virtual World. This card's useless, garbage, but I like this archetype a lot. Spy, B Trooper. The worst gold pride card. Konami did try, but they just had to print a common. This is a really, really good card. Like I seen this around already with Dominica Punishment and with Grand Guignol, and I really, really like this card. I don't think it will significantly change how Branded plays. However, I do think like it's going to be really good in the future. Like it could be good in Vanadium too because it's a tuner. And it's a light monster, so it can make them new visas. This guy. And then you can chain block with it, which is kind of cool. I didn't talk about Saturnus that much. I like the deck. The deck's fine. Nesh did a stream where he was talking about like deck doctoring and stuff, and I pretty much was on his I was on his chat and I was in his voice chat, and I kind of explained to him all the Saturnus cards and what they do and how they play. They're a really cool deck. I have a friend who has all the cards, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I am a fan of Libromancer. Libromancer is kind of cool. I feel like Mikanko Libromancer might make a comeback someday. I think that deck was really, really cool. I think that deck had a lot going for it. I know that banning Sprite Elf kind of hurt the deck a little bit because they had a really, really insane combo that kind of didn't lose to anything. However, like, I'm glad it's gone. It was kind of degenerate. And who knows, maybe we'll see something more fun involving cards like this. I'm a huge fan for sure. I like Libromancers. This guy, this is the reason I'm afraid of Mathmic. Like, we don't have Blink Decider yet. However, Neo Tempest alongside this is really, really strong. Shout out to Yasin, he made a video on that. Mathmic is pretty much like the second best deck in the OCG, and this is one of the reasons for it. So, you better respect that deck. Which is one of the reasons I respect this card too. But yeah, Dreaming Lemuria. I kind of want to talk about this archetype. I think this archetype is Konami is missing the ball when it comes to creating some archetypes. The gimmicks are really cool and they're very unique, but they need a way to make these gimmicks like work a little bit more than they should. I do really feel like there's a solid foundation for it. I saw an Eldritch deck that played these cards and was really cool. I also saw like Gremaju strategies that were attacking these cards. You don't really need your extra deck for those kind of strategies, so that's kind of cool for something like this. But I don't know, like, I feel like there's still a bit missing. If Konami decides to throw in a third wave of support for these, I might see them playable. They're like very, very few cards away from being playable. But yeah, Votis, I read this card. I didn't like it. I do like the fact that we get OCG imports. I respect Konami a lot for them giving us a good amount of them. Another Vanadium card, not the best one, but it is what it is. Shoutouts to Super Heavy Samurai. But yeah, like, I like that we get OCG imports. I just don't like that a few of them are just very, very gimmicky. I feel like those gimmicky ones, they should just throw it in Battles of Legends, which they have in the past. I'm not gonna fault them on that. They have thrown a couple of those in other times, but it is what it is. Oh, cool. Rollerballer. Um, I almost forgot Gold Pride was a deck. But yeah, I really, really like Gold Pride. I think that strategy is kind of cool because the thing about Punk Gold Pride, I specifically say Punk because I don't think we're going to have another strategy that's going to be as good to pair with Gold Pride at the moment. But I really like Gold Pride in the sense that now we have one card that just snowballs so much advantage if it resolves. I don't know if we'll pull it, but if we do pull it, that'll be great. Um, um, yeah, like I do like the foundation that the deck has. It just the big glaring weakness with Gold Pride. Shoutouts to Sofa Cord. I'll probably talk about Sofa Cord later. Um, I don't know. I don't know anymore when it comes to pendulums. But going back to Gold Pride, my biggest issue with Gold Pride is they're very dependent on you having lower life points for you to do something. And if you face an opponent, oh shit, wannabe. If you do face an opponent that plays like cards that lower their life points, like an opposing punk player, somebody that plays Cyberstein, somebody that plays A Hero Lives, somebody that plays where Arvdao. I've been seeing where Arvdao in Purely. Like that card is not super popular in that deck, but it is a card. Speaking of Purely, Sleepy Memory. This deck is going to be ridiculous once we get like the Baby Noir. But yeah, like, oh cool, another origin. Write in the comments if you think I should do a Libromancer list. I might wing one. But yeah, Dreaming Lemuria. Yeah, I think Gold Pride is really, really good as a gimmick. I feel like Konami made something unique, and they gave really good support for an TC exclusive archetype. TC exclusive archetypes have not been great, like beforehand. So I feel like it's just it was just a matter of time we got something decent, but it does have its flaws. And I will say this: if this deck resolves all its plays, it's really, really strong. We're talking about like the most amount of interruptions you're going to see. Like, if you don't have stuff like what's the word? If you don't have stuff like Dark Ruler, you're probably going to get snowballed in advantage. Get it, snowballed. Ruler. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, time for the box. Not bad. In 12 packs, we pulled 2 Ultras in a secret. That's pretty much like the standard half. Let's see what happens with this box. But yeah, I like this set. I think this set is cool. I think the format obviously shaped up because of it. I feel like if there's one gripe that I have with it is that Konami made a ban list predicated to Photon Hypernova literally the weekend of after the weekend of Sneak Peek, which was when I started making videos. But they haven't done it yet. We'll see what happens. I feel like we will get a ban list very, very soon. Oh, cool, Wakaushi. I guess I will talk about Wakaushi for a second. While I keep pulling cards. People might overlook this, and it probably not be the best approach. But isn't this just good as an engine for like any deck? like I'll probably make a video in depth talking about that. But I just thought to myself, this is an engine that gets you to full pendulum scales, and adding to that, um, like adding to everything I just mentioned, like it gives you a full pendulum scale and just makes you any synchro, and it could access you into a rank 4. Like I can see this being played like in other engines or like in other decks, maybe even pendulum decks even. Um, like maybe something like Zephyra could benefit out of something like this. Um, like you can just do Bakauchi, just summon, like put stuff back. You have the Benkei at your scale 1. You have your Zephyrath at your high scale. And I wouldn't play this though. This is not good pendulum support. I mean, I understand this is pretty much for counter fairies. Konami kind of like pushed the agenda of counter fairies as a gimmick, like after it got really popular in the past. And they just started making cards that were predicated for that. But I don't think those cards are good. Counter fairies need a whole lot more than that for them to be playable. Maybe a counter trap that activates in hand if you control a fairy that involves counter traps. That would be very cool. Like the only counter trap that we have that can activate from hand is the magic bullet one, like the musketeer one. I guess red reboot, but that's card's gone, so we don't talk about that. But yeah, like if you want to make a counter trap deck very playable, you have to do something insane. You have to make something like, oh, as long as this fairy is on the board, you can activate counter traps from your hand, stuff like that. Here's the third Sakatama. But yeah. Oh, here it is. Here's Chariot Carry. So yeah. This card is really good for Gold Pride. I like that it's generic. I like that you can play it on other strategies. Obviously, Punk is the best one. Like Konami pretty much pushed Punk as an agenda when it came to this card. Oh, here's my Lady on Prime Heart. Really cool. Not much to say about that. Fuck. What was the copy pasta? What was that copy pasta that people were like saying? It was like, oh, this targeted monster has protection, something. Shout out to Joshua Smith. Like that pretty much became the agenda when it came to Konami and this card. Liren's kind of cool. Let's see what else we get. But yeah, not much to say about that. Whoever knows the copy pasta can just put us in the comments. Bestial Aluber. This card critical. Bestials. I don't think this card's good on Bestials, but I think Bestials as a strategy is going to be strong very soon. I think the Apple Dragon deck it's not bad. Like let's see if we actually pull Apple Dragon, but I think that card's not bad at all. I think the main issue is Chaos Ruler is gone. And Chaos Ruler was a card that significantly bolstered that strategy. It kind of made it really ridiculous. I don't think we'll ever get that card back. If it does come back, it will probably be errated. Speaking of Chaos, Chalice to Angel. Pretty cool card. There's somebody who made a hot take involving this card. Shouts to Diego. And the first week I was like, no, I think this card's great. I think this card is worth the hype. But the more I look back on it, the more I'm thinking like, it's just an okay card. it does deserve the secret rare spot though. I'm not gonna deny it. But it does deserve the secret rare slot. But I just think that it's not that amazing as I thought it was going to be. It does win you the duel against certain decks. I feel like if it's a card you can summon in your deck, you should actually 100% run it. Super Heavy Samurai struggles against it. Oh, cool! Vicious Afterlove. Yeah, shoutouts to my deck. These two cards were in my deck list, which got me to win the event. Which got me to open these cards. So I'm not gonna be biased, but this is a good box. Tri-Brigade Roar. I really like this card. I think this card's really cool. If time will tell if it will actually be played in Tri-Brigade. But I do. If I were to play Tri-Brigade, I would I'll probably try it out. Not as a search target for the Bear Brum, but as a card in general. Adolaria. Yeah, Chelsea Marinces. Like that card really helped that deck. Will we see it in other strategies? Who knows? Time will tell. Maybe you can see this in Oldish. Like it sends just 2 spell and traps, right? Oh, it has to be face up. It still can be used in Oldish. You can send Cursed Land and stuff. But Marinces, this card was pretty much made for Marinces. Well, that came out of nowhere. Ha, pun intended. Cool card. Again, Gold Pride is a really cool strategy. I think we might see more of that deck in the near future. If I were to play this deck, I would probably play multiple copies of this. Like just having Recursion and just having a card that can serve like as follow-up. You don't need a life point deficit for this card to activate, which is very important. Because a lot of Gold Pride cards are just limited on that. This card is mediocre. I'll just put it in here. It's cool we got another trap target for carry. It's not cool that we get one that is very conditional. It does have a graveyard effect, and I do like that. I do like that it has a graveyard effect. So in the mid to late game, if you're already losing, this could come up. Oh, so we got 2 of the same Ultra. I don't know if it's rare or not for that to happen, but kind of cool. We did get 2 Origins, so I guess that's fair. But I've been seeing that a lot. I've been seeing like a lot of just like multiple copies of Ultras, as you once said. Time Render Morganite. Believe it or not, I actually thought about playing this in the Scareclaw deck. I actually thought about it. Like, I wasn't maining any hand traps, and like this deck does a lot with just 1 normal summon. Like you already know. So just having a way for you to play and like normal summon again, like despite being interrupted and stuff, I think it's kind of cool. And the 2 extra Drowsy's turn, like that's just kiss. However, this does conflict with the adventure cards a bit. It conflicts with Enchantress. It conflicts with Scareclaw Kashtira. So at the end of the day, it was not that great. But this was in consideration for my list. I did heavily thought about this card. I do want to play. I did make a deck around this. Shoutouts to Nash. Like, he might make a video on it someday. I know that he probably will. But I showed him a very janky deck that plays this, and he was molding. Like, he was molding real hard. I don't blame him though. Night Chaser. I already made a video on this card. I like S-Force as a whole. I like S-Force as a gimmick. This, I'm glad that they got a Link 1. This was not the right effect they should have given it. They should have made it so you can summon an S-Force from anywhere, not just banished. If they would have done that, I think this deck would have been easily tier 1.5, at least. But yeah, the deck just struggles a lot. It doesn't have, it's not super consistent at what it wants to do as well. I will say this though, like if this deck pops off, it pops off. Like one card can turn into 4 cards. I think I made a video with the combo as well, so you can check that out if you're curious. And there's the last pack. Did we get all the ultras yet? We did get a full ultras, and I did get the 2 secrets, so this is not gonna be a good one. I mean, it's a good card. It's Wannabe. I guess I can talk about Wannabe before we end. I think this is a good card for trap decks. I think like trap strategies are going to benefit about this. But yeah, I guess good conclusion to end on a good note is this is not a bad format. This is definitely a bit different from before. I think Konami needs to make a ban list very soon. I think some strategies need to be changed some way, somehow, in some capacity. But until then, we'll see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. Keep practicing and keep dueling. Bye, guys.